This episode is brought to you by FairDesk, a crypto derivatives trading platform founded by 6 former Binance execs and 3 former Morgan Stanley architects. FairDesk is a company focused on building a platform that enables traders to profit from both rising and falling markets. Sign up today and CB will credit you up to $600 in trading funds. For more information, visit fairdesk.com, link in the description below.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live once again. I'm doing it live. My two Satoshis. It is August 2nd. Can't believe we're in August already. I got my coffee. I got my cigar. I'm smoking a Davidoff Dominicano. Oh, man, 2014. So good. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Let's see what the comments are talking about here. Yeah, we got real talk in the building. Is AMP a buy during the acquisition? Again, man, I haven't looked into AMP. You gotta get me up to speed on that. Definitely gotta get me up to speed on that. JoJo Wave is in the building. What's up, Slime? What's going on, bro? Yeah, thanks for joining, ladies and gentlemen. As you see the QR code right there in the bottom right hand side, I'm giving away $600 toward your trading escapades, your trading degenerate activities. Get over to FairDesk, and I'm gonna bring that up right now. FairDesk is the channel partner, doing great things over there. Actually, a really good platform. I've been scalping over there. Spreads are low. Their rebates are insane. I think I told you yesterday I'm up to like $180, almost $200 in rebates from just trading with them. So every day they give you I forgot what they call it, but basically send you an email and say, look, you got money in your account, and they put it in there and you can do whatever you want with it. Pull it over to your trading account or withdraw it if you would like, but the rebates are insane. So check them out, and I'll give you that offer of $600. You have to deposit more than $100 though to qualify. What's going on, Tech Geek in the building? Another one of my YouTube premium members. Thanks for joining tonight, or today I should say. Follow me, of course, TikTok. I'm getting it in. Haven't done a video yet. Said I was going to do one. Maybe I'll do one later today. Follow me on TikTok, CryptoBlood_. Follow me on Twitter. You already know what's going on. I'm on Twitter every day. Got those Twitter fingers going. Check me out on Twitter. 10,000 followers. I had 10,000, almost 10,000.1 followers. 10,100 followers, which is crazy. But yeah, check me out there as well. Let's get into this technical stuff. We got to talk about the technicals first before we get into the fundamentals. That's mostly what this episode, these My Two Satoshi episodes, are about: the fundamentals of cryptocurrencies, not so much the trading. I got my man Default. He does the market analysis. I used to do a lot of those videos. Maybe I'll get back to that. But My Two Satoshis is primarily focused on the fundamentals, because the fundamentals drives the overall markets. Technicals are very short term. All right, you can make a lot of money, and I make a lot of money trading technically in these markets, but the fundamental, most of you aren't traders. So the long-term traders, or long-term investors, I should say, are really interested in the fundamentals, or at least you should be. So that's why this episode is for you. These My Two Satoshi episodes are for you. So technically speaking, we're seeing a rejection at this point. Now, it doesn't mean that, we hit a bump there and then maybe we move back up like that. That is a scenario that possibly could play out. Okay, I don't want to negate that, but just seeing the price action that we have right now, it is a bit concerning. Okay, that we're, moving, we moved back up and we are seeing bearish price action at that level. I told you we needed to get back above there. We're having an issue with that. All right. So not looking all that great at the moment. Again, this is the 1 hour chart. So it's not, it's not a 5-minute chart. Right. But it's also not a 1 day chart or a 1 week chart. Those tend to show you trends that are more confirming. It takes longer for them to pan out. But, those are more confirming moves when you go higher in the time frame. So not looking all that great at this moment. if we continue this pattern, we will hit that red line, and then we'll have to go from there, which is about $21,000 Bitcoin. All right. The trades, though, algo, bussing. We went long earlier today at about 10:30 this morning. Went long on Ethereum, and in the money, for sure, in the money there on that trade. You will have access to these signals for Ethereum and Bitcoin very soon. Actually, August 15th is the day. I'm going live with my Blood Analytics trading system, so you guys can join that, and you'll definitely like it. And I'm gonna, again, your feedback is important because I need to know what coins and tokens you want me to kind of fine tune my algos to. We're starting with Bitcoin versus USD and Ethereum versus USD, but I'm gonna add up to at least 10 pairs for you, 5 to 10. We'll start with 5 as a goal, because it can take some time for me to fine tune those algos to each coin, because they all act differently. All right, so that's that. All right, now you saw the headline. I'm gonna bring it back up real quick. You saw the headline: Binance lost 90% of its users because of this. And you got my face looking like, huh? Well, we're gonna talk about that, but before we do that, I gotta bring up this, man. This is crazy. We gotta talk about this monkey business. All right, monkey business meaning monkeypox, or should we call it like ape pox? Maybe I should do an NFT release called Ape Pox. Maybe I could make $1 million off that. Have a whole bunch of apes with bumps all over their face. What do you think about that? That may sell, right? Yeah, not really. Probably not. Not if I did it. If one of these VC-backed rich white boys did it, yeah, it'll work, no doubt. But anyway, California declares a state of emergency over this monkeypox business, this monkey business. Here we go again, another pandemic, endemic. I don't know what type of demic you want to call it, but it is starting to heat up here, ladies and gentlemen. We got 6,000 cases of monkeypox across the United States. 48 states, including DC and Puerto Rico, California, Illinois, and New York, constitute for 46 or 47% of the cases so far. Now, there hasn't been not one death from this, okay? So we don't have to worry about that. I'm not as concerned with this. And those who have followed me for some years, at least since January of 2020, I had to pull this up for proof. You see here, January 2020. Let me zoom in on this. January 2020. January 22nd, I should say, of 2020. I put out this video. How will Wuhan's mysterious coronavirus affect U.S. and global markets? Now, I'm pointing this out because the universe, God, whoever you want to call it, has given me a gift, ladies and gentlemen. He's given me a gift to forecast. I can forecast and find trends before most people do. I knew about this coronavirus in early January. I started really paying attention to it. Late January 2020, January 22nd to be exact, of 2020, I did my first video, as you guys can see here. All right, this is a video right here. I'll drop a link in the description of this video, or actually in the chat room. I'll drop a link in there for you. I'm gonna copy and paste it now. But I started reporting on what was going on with the coronavirus back then. And I'm here to tell you that monkeypox is not, to me, that big of a deal. I'm not concerned as much. I didn't even know they had a vaccine for it. But we got Newsom, governor over there in California, which I cannot stand, said there's an emergency declaration and he would help support the state's vaccination efforts. I didn't even know they had a vaccine, to be quite honest with you. Heavy Production said, am I Satoshi? Nah, unfortunately, I'm not. I didn't find out about Bitcoin until 2013. You know, Bitcoin came out in 09, so I was a few years late on that. Sorry I can't get them all, you know. Wish I was earlier for sure. But no, I am not Satoshi, my friend. Though Satoshi might be black. That's what Max Kaiser says. Heavy Production says, or Dr. Fauci is your homeboy. Which one is Satoshi? I don't know, man. I don't like, I'll keep my comments about Fauci to myself. California, Illinois, and New York, again, constitute or make up 47% of all confirmed monkeypox infections. Now, this is the part that's hilarious. And I saw this when it came out, but I was like, what? Yes, gay and bisexual men are the highest risk of infection right now, public health officials are saying. So this is a happy virus? I don't know. So if y'all get the monkeypox, I'm gonna start looking at you sideways a little bit. Nah, I'm just playing. But it is interesting that gays and bisexuals are among the highest risk, and don't know why. 98% of patients who provided demographic information to clinics identify as men who have sex with men. Interesting. That's some monkey business for you, boy. Real Talk says another pharmaceutical ploy. Yeah, I didn't even know because I don't really follow this stuff anymore. I'm exhausted from following, the whole COVID stuff and all that stuff. I didn't know they had a vaccine for the monkeypox already. Now, I didn't take the vaccine for coronavirus. I didn't. My own personal choice as to why. I've done my own research. I'm not an anti-vaxxer either. You can't put that label on me. But I have to look into this monkeypox business here. For sure. It's not deadly, though. Tech Geek said, I tell everyone you told us about C before anyone else, and we were ready early March because of this. Respect. Yes, no doubt. I remember that. Yeah, I remember you telling me you told everybody about this back when I started reporting on it. Allegedly, the MP outbreak is a side effect of the I don't know. I had to look into that one. I haven't done much research on that, but that is an interesting one. That would be very ironic if it was. We still don't know all the ramifications from that prick. So we'll see, But yeah, I wanted to just give you guys an update. California now declaring state of emergency. Along with Illinois, which Illinois has, I think, the most number. New York or Illinois, can't remember which one has the most cases. 6,000 in the United States, 19,000 worldwide, which is not a lot. Still not a lot, but people are definitely starting to get a little concerned about this. I'm not concerned because the death rate, what do you call it? The mortality or whatever rate is 0. No one has died from it. So I'm not really concerned about this one, but I did want to bring it up so you guys will be aware of what's going on. I don't think it's going to have much impact on the markets either. So Minho, my man from across the pond, UK, stand up. He said, yes, bro. Live stream. I made it. Yes, you made it. Thanks for tuning in. Any opinion on the vassal delay by Cardano? Not a big Cardano fan, so I'm not covering or following it much. But I did hear about some EVM that's done 17 million transactions or something. Is that what you're referring to? I was going to actually report on that. I'm very critical of Cardano just because of its current valuation. Its market valuation is out of control. It's way overvalued for the amount of utility it has. It's really padding in a lot of future features and growth and everything in today's price, which to me, as I stated the other day, by the time they do all these things that they promised to do, the price won't go up any further because it's all going to be priced in. Heavy Production says, when does ADA not have a delay? Well, to be fair, most blockchains have delays, man. This stuff is not easy. It's not easy science here. So I'm not really concerned with the delays. I'm more concerned with the public, the market, putting such excessive prices on these tokens because of what they're going to do, quote unquote, going to do, not what they have already done. So that is where my concern is. All right. But yeah, that's it on that. Again, I dropped a link to the video I did back in January of 2020. Probably one of the first crypto. I'm going to go out there and say that. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I'm the first or one of the first crypto related channels to cover coronavirus and tell you to prepare, tell you to get N95 masks, tell you to get P100 masks, all that stuff. Because I try to stay ahead of the curve, ladies and gentlemen, so we can take advantage of it from health wise and monetarily. So you want to subscribe to Crypto Blood CBTV because we keep it funky, we keep it 100, and we're going to make sure we give you the news and analysis you need to be ahead of the curve. So I'm going to skip this one. I'm going to come back to the Binance situation. If you saw the title, you kind of see what's going on there, and it, you know, it's sorry for the clickbaitish title, but it's from a clickbait article. It's not my fault. Let's talk about this though. Cointelegraph, Tether supply starts to increase after 3 months of decline. Now, this is bullish to me. This is very bullish to me. One additional thing to look at from a fundamental standpoint to start to shift your opinion or my opinion on which direction we're going. This is a good headline right here. This is a good piece of fundamental news for us to see Tether starting to print more, because that is ultimately a sign that there is more demand for stable coins to then go buy more cryptocurrencies. Okay, so they haven't printed any. The printing press for Tether has been off, and people have a big misconception about this. When people say printing press, you know, back in 17, when you had, you know, a fairly big amount of newbies hitting the crypto markets, they looked at Tether printing as some type of tinfoil conspiracy theory of them trying to manipulate. Sure, you know, there could be some overprinting of the token versus what is actually backed behind that token. But in generally, when they hit that print press or that print button, it's just to keep up with demand. So they're seeing supply and demand and trying to keep it equal. So when they hit that print press or that print button, it is for the reason of demand, meeting that demand for more stablecoin, USDT stablecoins. So that is why, and to me and some of the OGs understand this, when you see an increase in the supply of a stable coin, that means that very soon you're going to see more cryptocurrencies being bought up by those newly printed stable coins. What's interesting though in this article is that 66.3 billion USDT are in circulation. That's a lot of money. And we know they don't have in cash to back it up 1-to-1. Some of it is in treasuries, some of it is in other things, like I think real estate. They've got it a mixed bag. I think most of it is in dollars, to my understanding. So that is what it is. But even more interesting, and I told you guys this will happen, there's going to be a flippening of stablecoin dominance here, or supremacy. Currently, Tether takes up 43% of all stable coin market share. But guess who's creeping up? USDC. That is the bankers, true bankers stable coin right there. You know, Wall Street is in bed with the USDC. We got Coinbase backing it. You know, it's issued by Circle, but they got in partnership. And so you're going to see USDC flip Tether in the next 12 to 18 months, in my opinion. They have 36% of the slice of the billion plus market cap of stable coins. So they're slowly creeping up and closing that delta between 43% and 36%. They're going to do it. It is happening, ladies and gentlemen. But I wanted to let you guys know that there is increased Tether supply hitting the markets after a 3-month decline of no printing. So that is one bullish fundamental piece of news you should put in your notes. Just keep it in the back of your mind, because that may help your narrative in saying, hey, okay, I think a bottom may be in, or we're near a bottom. It's possible. I'm not convinced totally yet, just because of what is going on in the traditional markets with the Federal Reserve, interest rate hikes, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to be a broken record today, but I'm still concerned and not yet ready to say full on we are bullish. We see what happened with the technicals earlier in the video, starting to slow down. We're getting a rejection at that line. So we'll see. Let's see what the comments are saying here. ETH 2.0 has been coming soon since 2017. Actually, 2016, Tech Geek. ETH 2.0 has been talked about since 2016. Shortly after, because you got to understand, they knew that ETH 1 was not scalable. They knew that. From the get-go, they knew that. Premeditated. All right? So they were talking about how they could scale this. And they were working on ETH 2.0 for a very long time, 2016. Shout out to Real Talk for the super chat. I appreciate that, brother. Any opinion on Saucer Swap, the first DEX on HBAR? I mean, what can I say? I mean, hey, I'm a huge HBAR fan. You should look into blockchains, or actually it's not a blockchain, it's a DAG. Look into HBAR, because it's not a blockchain. They do and come to the consensus within the network a different way than blockchains sequentially do, which is what was very intriguing to me. So yeah, HBAR has been something I've been accumulating for many years now. Mike Maloney did a great piece on that, going into detail. I like some of the people behind it, and this is something you should look into. I'm not telling you to buy, but definitely look into. Huge fan. So I'll look at more into Saucer Swap here in a future video. Real Talk, thanks for the super chat. Darkwater says, what up, folks? What's the deal with Binance? I stopped using because of their stupid non-US rules. They're getting squeezed, man. And you know, we're going to get to that here in a second, so stay tuned. China shoot Nancy yet? Oh, Nanny Nancy. Not yet. She going over to Taiwan. She better be careful. Man, boy, I tell you, people should have a better appreciation for old Orange Man, seeing how shit is being run now. I'm just being honest with you. You may not like his personality and how he conducted himself. Wasn't presidential at all, but at least the dude got stuff done in a proper and meaningful way, especially on the foreign relations perspective. Blood, gonna have my producer reach out to you for an interview to talk to members. All right, yeah, hit me up, no doubt. Peace out. All right, so let's go ahead further in the list of things here. Let's look at what's going on. This one I am very excited about. This is pretty neat, ladies and gents. You should look into this. I am definitely going to look into this, because for $6,000 to $7,000, you can get your hands on this new DeFi-powered crypto ATM, which is going to be changing the game. We need this. We surely need this. So this company is called Valorex. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. So they're doing a DeFi based ATM. I like it. This is what I'm talking about. Leveraging blockchain to circumvent the centralization aspect of our, traditional finance system. We know ATMs are highly centralized and owned by very few. MasterCard, Visa, they own these money transmitter or remittance networks. So this DeFi ATM will be in complete control. The users or owners will be in complete control of the software and settings within these machines. As I stated, they're going to be about 6 to 7 grand, and 88% of the machines are going to be. No, I'm sorry. This is a great stat here about fun fact about the current ATMs, crypto ATMs. They are pretty highly concentrated within the United States. 88% of the machines globally are based in the U.S. And if you throw Canada in there, it's like 95% of all ATMs are in. Basically, want to say, you know, we're not including Mexico here, but basically 95% of the ATMs are in North America, just about. So that's crazy, right? These new DeFi ATMs are also going to have debit cards, and you'll be able to use that to spend on everyday items and stuff. They have a token that's going to be accompanied with this ATM. Thought it was pretty neat. You know, my concern, of course, is always regulation here in the United States, the USA. You know, America. I don't know how they're going to prosper here in the United States, being very decentralized in nature. Its business model being decentralized. That's not, you know, regulatory agencies don't like that. But check them out. Valorex.net is the website. This is not a sponsorship or anything. It's just something I saw and wanted to bring across your desk today. I'm definitely going to be looking into this. Of course, I'm just always concerned about what are my risks from a regulatory perspective. Am I going to have to still register as a money remittance or money changers or exchangers license or whatever you call it? You know, they want to always hit you up. They always want to hit you up, man. It's just unfortunate. Real Talk says, why did Pelosi go there? Dirty business. Nah, I don't see how it's dirty business. I think they're just literally trying to cause another thing for us to keep our attention on, right? They want to cause and keep chaos up so that they can do things in the background, pass more bills, pass more, spending bills on XYZ. There's strategically no reason for us to go over into Taiwan at this point. Like, it's all about timing, in my opinion, and the timing, optically, even strategically, it's just not the right timing to go over to Taiwan. But who am I? I don't know what's going on in the back channels and, you know, what stuff is, happening behind the scenes with China and what they're doing. And, you know, they're setting up military bases all over the China Sea and all of that. So who knows what's really going on behind the scenes. Not privy to enough information to really opine on this, to be honest with you. But, you know, we're just shooting the shit here. Cliff Smith said, new distraction. Absolutely. Which one? We talking about monkeypox or Taiwanese visit? I mean, both, right? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so let's talk about this here Binance situation. It's clickbaitish, but hey, my man said what he said. One of the representatives talked about Binance. I think their compliance officer, lead compliance officer over at Binance, made a comment about Binance losing 90% of its users after implementing KYC, losing billions in revenue. So what they did is implement KYC. We all know that. First of all, what they really did, the first issue was that they started booting out U.S. citizens. They created Binance.us, made you all go over there, booted you off of Binance.com. That was the first move. Horrible. Of course, not of their choosing. They didn't want to do this. We all know that. But regulators, and I think, honestly, it was pressure from the U.S. regulators more so than anyone else. So they did that, and now one of the next steps they, had to embark on and implement just to stay in good stance with those good old boys, KYC. So Binance made the decision in July of 2021 to reduce the maximum amount of Bitcoin that customers without Binance KYC could withdraw. And that went from 2 Bitcoin down to 0.06. Not good. Now, the quote here is that we lost 90% of customers after implementing KYC, losing billions in revenue, the compliance officer said. So this is what he said. Now, CZ comes up and says it was completely taken out of context, misquotes. Look at the numbers, he says. But the fact is, this type of headlines, he says, sells more clicks. Sad but true. So he's, referencing this ICO drop interview. Binance compliance officer, KYC costs exchange billions in revenue. The issue is, and I bring this up. The reason I even bring this up is because regulators are going to push centralized exchanges out of business. They won't be able to compete with DEXs or decentralized exchanges. These sexes are going to be sexless. They ain't gonna get none. All right, very soon. Between, on a race to the bottom, as far as commission rates or commission fees, that's a race to the bottom. They can't continue to charge these types of astronomical commission rates or fees. Coinbase, that's why you see Coinbase lost 86% of its value post IPO. So you're going to see the regulators squeeze these guys out of existence. And it's cool with me. It should be cool with you. But it just shows, and I've been preaching this for many years now, we should not try to appease these regulators, because the technology allows for us to circumvent these regulators better and more than we ever could in the past. Now, are there tools and are there things that they can do to slow this thing down? Absolutely. I said this over the weekend on Off the Chain episode 83. Listen, don't get it twisted. These regulators can surely clamp down on this industry. Okay, they could shut shit down easily. So I'm not saying that we're impervious or bulletproof, I should say, to any regulators, but it is harder, will be harder than ever for these guys to really control things, because we have networks like Bitcoin. We have networks like there are some other ones that are less centralized in nature. Ethereum, I think Ethereum is at risk of being pressured to do XYZ, do certain things, because there are key figures or key operators within the Ethereum network that can be compromised and change the course of where we go with Ethereum. Now, again, does that stop the rest of the people that don't want to comply? No, we can do a hard fork. We can move on. But I'm just saying, Bitcoin is probably the best example of a permissionless exchange or network, cryptocurrency network that can't really be compromised from a network perspective. Dogecoin is another one. Litecoin is another one. Some of these OG coins where, it really isn't in a central place for you to attack. Yeah, I think you're good. Virgo L Unico says, sounds about right. I had just got into crypto when they kicked the US folks out. Yeah, man. Yep. Herding the sheep. Absolutely. Virgo also says, Ned Flanders out there. Lemmings need a leader to the bottomless pit. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. So that's my take on it. That's my 2 Satoshis on this headline. Binance losing 90% of their users after implementing KYC. They didn't lose that much. It was taken out of context, but this still brings and highlights a very important aspect here. These centralized exchanges are at the whim of the regulators. Now, I have to say this, CZ, Out of all of these exchanges, I will say CZ stood tall and firm for a very long time. He did. He bucked the trend. He didn't fold towards these regulators. He did. It was a lot of pushback by CZ and Binance for a very long time. But man, the long arm of the law, they will do things. They will whisper in your ear. They will tell you things behind closed doors that will make you get your act together. So the power is in the hands of the people with these decentralized exchanges. They will even attack decentralized exchanges, ladies and gents. How can they do that, you may ask? How do you get to a decentralized exchange? What do you type into your browser? The domain name, right? They'll attack DNSs. They'll attack the servers where, these domain names or registrars where these domain names are held. It's been done in the past. I can't remember. Is it Gab? Was one of the Twitter competitors who was gaining a lot of momentum and popularity. Guess what? The Alphabet Boys told whoever Gab.com was being held at, as far as their domain name, the registrar, they forced them to kick them off. So you have unstoppable domains. That's, again, a counter strike for us. But I'm just saying, it's going to be a battle. You're going to start seeing the governments attack DEXs in that manner as well. So you're going to have to start putting these websites in some type of distributed storage, IPFS-esque type of situation, onion routers and all that stuff to really stay ahead of the curve. Once we get to that point and people get comfortable doing that, then it really is very hard for them to stop us, for sure. Wow, Litecoin. First time hearing glowing praise of Litecoin in a moment. This channel is real, no doubt. Hey, man, I was mining Litecoin at 55 cents. I'm a Litecoin OG. Been in this for a minute. I know all about Litecoin. GMX and DYX are good dexes. Yeah, definitely heard of DYDX. I've heard of them. They had some issues, though, if I'm not mistaken, back a few months or a year or so ago. I'm pro-vax, but that isn't a real vaccine. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm not anti-vax at all. I've had vaxes in the past. Have my kids get vaxxed. I'm not an anti-vaxxer at all. Voice Crypto in the building, one of my YouTube members, paying members. Appreciate the support, bro. He said it's crazy because it'll probably take another decade to see who's right or wrong. Yeah. Gravity of the government is much larger than the crypto industry currently. They know this and will do whatever it takes to suppress it until it's regulated. That's exactly what they're doing. And unfortunately, back in 17 and 18, all I saw, all the people in crypto, just yes, sir, massa, just toe tapping to the regulators. And I'm just like, stop, please stop. We're doing the wrong thing. Like, we're giving up. We're foregoing future freedoms for satisfying and gratifying ourselves today. Trying to get the regulators behind us today so that we can get more people involved, so we can grow our bags because we're early and and blah blah blah. I think we should have played the long game, but it is what it is. We are what we are, and that's my 2 Satoshis on it. All right, so make sure you guys click those thumbs up, hit those like booties, as I always say. Please, we got 58 people in the building right now. Share this video. And don't forget, I'm giving away $600 worth of trading capital for you over there at FairDesk. Great platform. It's 2 exchanges I'm vouching for sure, long term. FairDesk is one, BitYard is another. And I got another one I'm going to be doing a deal with. I'm always looking out for deals for you guys to take advantage of. I got another company that I've actually done a review on in the past as well, another exchange that I'm going to be doing some more reviews on, so look out for that as well. But fairdesk.com, check them out. They are too legit to quit. All right, MC Hammer time, baby. It's your boy Crypto Blood, and again, like, share, and subscribe. Click that bell to receive more videos like this. I'm out of here. Holla!